Hi everybody, welcome to this small Pinfresh video. We're going to try and show you how to set up a pin pipe today. So we already have a couple of videos of this online, but every couple of months we change the processes slightly. When I say change the process, we add some stuff, we take out some stuff. So today it's September 2020, and we're going to show you how to enjoy your pin pipe from Pinfresh. When you order, this is what you get. Right, so this is the dabba. You get it like this. It's opened, kind of opened slightly, but this is what you get. You need to open it. The first thing you notice will be all these little boxes on top and this instruction manual. So I'm going to keep this aside for now because I know what to do. I'll tell you what to do with the rest of this. Right, so all these dabbas which are this size, you just pick them and keep them on the side. Right. There will be two other smaller boxes. One of them will be empty and one of them will be joined to one of these pipes. You pick it up, keep it here, your box is empty. Okay, you're going to take the empty box and put it on the side for now. The first box I'm going to open the lightest of these all, and the reason I'm going to open them is because this has the stands. So you're going to get these stands. Now you're going to put these stands in the place where you're going to finally keep the pipe. So in our case, we've kept one of our pipes here. So this is under our grow lights. So because of that, we are going to make sure that the stands are kept here. For the case of this demonstration, I'm just going to keep it on my table so I can show you how to set it up. You're going to again put the stands where you're going to finally place the pipe. Now you're going to open the pipe. It has two protective layers. One is a little bubble wrap so the paint doesn't come off in a paper covering. Please reuse this bubble wrap. Please reuse any plastic that you can find. It's very difficult. I mean, my heart crumbles every time I pack it with plastic, but it's very, very difficult to find a decent substitute for us. Right, so this is the pipe that you get. It's going to come in different colors. We're using the red one here. So you're going to take this red pipe and you're going to keep it on this. Now I'm going to reuse this for packing this pin pipe. So I'm just going to put it carefully back in the box. The first thing you'll notice with the pin pipe on the stands is that these net cups have these little coins inside them, right? So these are called cocoa coins, and where and how we use them I'll tell you a little later. But for now, just keep this aside, don't touch anything here. Let's start opening the boxes up. Smaller box. And there's an air pump here. Again, I'm going to reuse this box, I'm just going to put it on the side, and I'm going to reuse this plastic. Now this air pump, there is no standard air pump. We keep on giving the air pump which are easiest available because we don't get these made. You're going to see a silicone tubing here. You'll see a couple of cracks and bends in these because that's what happens when you pack them. So all you need to do is just gently press this and make this hole again. This is fine. You want to take this thing out from here, open it so you can kind of put the plug wherever you'd like to and keep this on the side. I want you to see at one end there is this little dome shaped thing. This is called an air stone. It's going to be attached to your silicone pipe. Let this go inside. It doesn't, so if it's going to be this side or that side doesn't really make much of a difference. We've kept it on one side because it's easier for us to do, but it really doesn't make that much of a difference. Let it be on the side. Right, so air pump is out, your system is ready. Again, please do not fill this up with water and then try moving it. You will end up throwing a lot of water around and you end up dirtying and messing up a lot of things. That is something we don't want to do, right? One of our boxes is open where we took out the stands, keep those back. Now we're going to open the rest of the boxes. There are three of them. This box I'll open in the end, I'll tell you why later. These are the nutritions, right? Now when you open the nutrient boxes, you will see bottles like this. 1, 2, 3, and empty. And you will see a box like this. This has got a spoon. It's got Let me just take everything out and I'll tell you what all it has and why it has all this stuff. So these are, again, box is empty now. These are aside to be reused. So you have 5 nutrient packets, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 4, and then you have 5. Okay? Let these be for now. Just know you've got them. Also, you will get 2 extra packs like this. This is 5 and 4. This is the refill pack. So just keep these again aside. You don't need to do anything with these right now. You will see a little bit of seeds. So these are Grand Rapid seeds. Again, guys, a lot of questions revolve around, can I use any seeds? And the thing is, you can use any seeds you want. Don't need to get hydroponic seeds. About 8-10 years ago, there used to be these seeds you got online which said these are bonsai seeds. ये पौधा लगाएंगे bonsai निकल आएगा. Just fraud. So today I see a lot of people selling hydroponic seeds. It's all fraud. Don't go in for anything which is hydroponic seeds. Just go for any seeds. Make sure the seeds are of good quality. So go in with a reputed buyer, but get a proper set of seeds. Now let me quickly get to these 3 things. So this is pH paper. Any one of you who's been through high school chemistry will know how to take a pH measurement. I can explain to you how to do this a little later and why we need this. You get a spoon. This is not to eat your food. I'll tell you later what this is about. And you get this card, right? This card is basically an instruction booklet. You can scan the QR code, you get an instruction booklet for your nutrients. And again, quickly I'll tell you what that is. So again, so if you want to skip the rest of the video and just go till the end, you can do that as well, because I'm just going to teach you about how to put your nutrients right now. This QR booklet will give you, this QR code will give you a PDF version of a very, very extensive nutrient manual, which will teach you how to grow these, how to make these nutrients and how to use them. For our case, all these nutrients have powder in them. One thing you will notice is the number 2 nutrient has a very little amount of powder, right? Please, this is exactly the amount of powder you require. You don't need any more than this. I get a lot of people telling me कि तो कोई डाला ही नहीं आपने. मैंने कहा सर अगर मैं इसमें पानी डालता, if I had filled this up with water and I'd given it to you, you wouldn't have gotten to know. And that's what every guy does. Our case is we want to give you powders because we want to show you exactly how much iron chelate is going to be. You do not need more than this. If you're going to put more than this, Iron Man जैसे पौधे निकलेंगे. I'm joking. So you don't need more iron than this, right? You need this is exactly the amount of chelate you need. 3, 4, 5 nutrients are here. All the same kind of procedures. You're gonna just fill this up with water. What is this? This is monoammonium phosphate. So I don't label this as special grow number 3 or magic grow or leafy 1 or leafy 2. We tell you exactly what we are putting in. Nutrient number 1 is the trickiest of them all because these are Epsom salts and 16 different micronutrients. Everything is written here. Whatever we could fit in, we did fit in. Everything's written here. Iron chelate. Here we've got potassium nitrate and calcium nitrate. So calcium, potassium, which go in nitrate form. Again, a lot of extra nitrates, but a lot of potassium and calcium, which we will teach you how to mix via the booklet. One thing I want you to do for number 4 is, it has these danas, looks like homeopathic medicine, right? Like the old homeopathic medicines. So when you're going to put water in this, I want you to put warm water. If you can put warm water, and the trick with putting water in all these bottles is only fill the water till here. Once you fill the water till here, shake the thing, and it will become into a ghol. And then add the rest of the water. Why water till here? Because you need that much of space to be able to let the powder mix with the water. Alright? On one of these bottles, in this case, on this bottle, there will be a measuring cap. So there will be this little measuring cap. It has 5, 10 and 2 ml markings. And the reason why it has these markings is because you have to be able to measure out the nutrient and add it to either this direct container or to a nutrient mix which goes into this. Again, not going into the detailed instructions because everything is available here and there are so many permutation combinations available. What stage of the plant, kaun sa plant, but the nutrient will remain the same. So एक बारी आप बना लेंगे nutrient. Once you finally make the nutrient, it's very easy to just change the dosage depending on the type of plant. Tomatoes will require more, cherry tomatoes will require more, lettuce will require the least, rocket will require slightly more, basil will require slightly more. So there's a whole range of kind of nutritional parameters available. pH. Now the two most important things in hydroponics is pH and EC. EC is electrical conductivity. Mota, it is the amount of nutrient present in the water. If you're going to do this, the way I'm telling you to do this, the nutrient addition, you don't need to check for EC. But pH you still need to check for. So for the pinned pipe, you get no EC kit. So there's an instruction that tells you how to add the nutrient. You don't get a pH pen or an EC pen. You instead get a pH paper. If you're going to do this on a slightly more serious basis, and if you want to kind of expand this to slightly larger units, I would strongly recommend get a pH pen and get an EC pen. Together, they will cost you not more than $1,000. They're available online on Amazon. You can buy the cheaper Chinese ones, which are shit, which aren't very good, but they're Chinese and they're cheap. Or you can buy the Indian ones. If you buy the highest rated Blue Lab or Hanna instruments, those will cost you about $4,000-5,000 for both the instruments. Again, this is September 2020. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 6 months, but the prices should kind of remain the same. But in the absence of a pH pen, you use something called a pH paper. बहुत आसान होता है ये. You're going to take a paper, take one of these papers, break it off, dip it in water, shake it around, take it out and see the color. The color of the paper has to be matched with one of these colors over here, right? So there's 1, 3, 5, 7, and then you have 8, 10, 12, 14. So the more basic the solution, the darker it gets. The more acidic the solution, so you're going to be looking at these oranges is what you want the solution to be. But if it's over here, it's too acidic, you need a pH of about 6. So the idea for this pH is you have to keep the pH of your system at about 5.5, 6. We tell everybody 6 to 6.5, but if you're going to keep it at 6.5, it's going to become, it'll kind of rise gradually all the way to 7. So keep the pH at 6, check the pH at least once a week. It is very important. pH is more important than nutrition, because nutrition is the amount of food you're giving it. pH is how the food is being consumed. Example, if I were giving you a whole plate of aloo sabzi and roti, right? But if I put a tape on your mouth, would you be able to get nutrition? You wouldn't be. So what is more important than to remove the tape from the mouth, which is basically removing decreasing the pH, or is it adding more khana, which is getting more nutrition? So again, if you're going to have to measure only one thing between pH and EC, it has to be pH. EC is very important, electrical conductivity, which is basically the nutrients is very important. pH is slightly more important. Alright guys, the tough part is over. Now comes the actual physical growing part and the operational part of it. And I told you initially that you're going to find these guys with these cocoa points, right? And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to give this to you in 2 ways. We are going to kind of show you how to grow your plants in 2 ways. Before we get to that, let me open the last box. I told you this last box we want to open. Let me quickly open it and show you what it has. It has a very unenvironment friendly plastic packet with clay balls, right? So these are called leca balls. Can I just, so these are called leca balls. Light expanded clay aggregate, LECA. They're also called ECA balls, which is expanded clay aggregate balls. These are not nutrition, these are not khad, these are just there to hold the root of the plant. Okay, so this and this is 2 methods of growing. First method of growing is you take a net pot, you take this cocoa coin and you add water to it. Moment you add water to it, this guy expands. It will expand all the way till here. Unfortunately, no cocoa coin expands with a predetermined kind of path. वो अपने आप expand करता है. It does. Some grow this big, some grow this big, some grow this fat, some grow that fat. So, but they'll kind of stay within this net pot, right? So add water. Don't worry about how ज़्यादा हो रहा है, कम हो रहा है. Let it expand. The moment it expands in this entire net pot, so that's the first method. Once again, I'm doing the first method, which is the cocoa coins method. Cocoa coin goes into a net pot, the net pot goes into a pinned pipe, right? The moment it goes into a pinned pipe, this full thing is full of water. So we're going to remove any of these guys and add some water to this. The water will come up till about here. It'll expand the entire cocoa coin. You put your seed inside it. Now when you put your seed inside it, I'm going to let you sprinkle a few seeds. Take one of these things. So you can use this. You can use a fork. You can use a toothpick, and just press the seeds slightly inside the cocoa disc. Now if you're growing basil, you need the seeds to be between 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. If you're growing lettuce, you need to grow at least 1/2 an inch. So 1/2 an inch into the soil, into this cocoa coin, you're going to push the seed inside. Once the seed is inside there, if you can, cover it up for about a day and remove the cover. What's going to happen is it's going to create some sort of a warm, moist container inside, which is going to help the seeds germinate. If you're doing this in winter, I would strongly suggest putting this in a place near the sun where it gets the sun, because that's going to allow it to heat up naturally. Because if it's going to be cold, the seeds don't germinate. Seeds don't, even cold weather plants, they don't like germinating in the cold. It's better if they germinate in the heat. So abroad you get all these heat mats, and all. India में हमारा heat mat, हमारा sun है 44 degree जो हमको मिलता है यहाँ, heat all the time. So we don't need heat mats. Again, net pot, cocoa coin, water goes in, cocoa coin expands. Done this here for you. Can you show this? This is an expanded cocoa coin with a little bit of seeds already put in here. Right now, if you see, I just want you to see this at the bottom. If I press it, can you see the water come out? That is because this thing is wet. Right? That's the right way for it to be. Seeds go into this cocoa coin. Cocoa coin is basically surrounded by a little bit of a wrapper, and you want to let the seeds germinate. This method is an easier method to grow, but it is extremely slow. Extremely slow. But that's fine. First time growth will be extremely slow. Also good. It's also doable. Now we've done it this method. Most of you will do it fine. Some of you will fail. And that's fine, guys. This is a new science. It's like riding a cycle. You are going to fall off the cycle a couple of times. Alright? So don't worry about that. Now comes to method number 2. Now method number 2 will require you to be able to grow your saplings on the side. Saplings in Punjabi, paniri, in Hindustani it's called pod. Anything which is small, उसके 4 पत्ते आ जाने चाहिए. पहले जो आते हैं वो पत्ते नहीं होते हैं. They're fake leaves, then they come the first true leaves, and then they come the third and fourth true leaves. After the third and fourth true leaves are out, you're going to take that plant and you're going to transplant it, right? So the first method is cocoa disc. Keep this aside, we don't want this anymore. The second method is we're going to take a khali net pot, take that paniri, which is that small plant, put that plant into this. There's a whole video that we put on how to transplant on YouTube. You know, go check, please do check that out. We're going to take our clay balls, we're going to hold the plant, and we're going to put the clay balls around it. See how, just see how, we've done an actual one on YouTube. I think the link we'll put in the comments, so it'll be able for you to just click that as well. Once you do that, that's the second way of growing in this kind of system. Put the plant in, walk away. Make sure that the roots are touching the water at the bottom. That's all you need to do. Another reason why we got this pen is you can check that this is 3 inches, right? We can do an easier thing. We can take a scale and we can literally measure out the different inches in this thing. So if I were to measure out, I would say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. My pipe is 3.5 inches big, so my pipe comes till here. I need to keep water till about 2 inches, right? Then I'm going to take this mark that I made over here and dip it in my pipe and see that the water only comes till there, because it will get wet till here. It's an easier way to do this. You can do that with a scale as well. The problem with the scale is you won't know kahan tak hua hai. because it won't stain the scale. The water won't stain the scale. In this case, the water will stain the, the wooden spoon. The second method I've explained to you is make the pod, the panini on the side, and transplant the thing into this, pull into this, walk away. Works absolutely fine. Now these two methods are done. Now how do we add the nutrition? When do we put the pump on? Where do I keep it? These are the various questions we get. So I'll answer those quickly. You are not going to move this once it's full of water. You're not going to do it. You're going to put these stands where you finally need them. If you're going to put this over here, you can finally put them over here. If you're going to put them over there, you can finally put them over there. Where you're going to finally need them is where you're going to be able to put these pipes, right? The second thing is this pump. Why does we need this pump? So we need this pump to oxygenate the water. An extremely important part of the oxygenation is the air stone which is gone inside that, right? So you have to first make sure the air stone is proper, it's fitted with the silicone pipe. You're going to take this and you're going to plug it into the outlet. You're going to oxygenate this entire pipe. It has to be on for about 6 to 8 hours a day, but I can promise you it's extremely noisy. In fact, I'm going to switch it on and show you how terrible it sounds. Can you hear that? Right, that's how the pump sounds. This is an aquarium pump, so if anyone has an aquarium at home, you will be used to that noise. But for others who are doing it in the office tables, it can get a little distracting. So keep it without switching it on. When you go at night, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours, you can keep it on. You can keep it on for 24 hours, it will make no difference. At least 6 to 8 hours, it should be on once the plants are knee high, because after a particular amount of time, they will grow much, much better if they get a lot of oxygen in the roots. Before we go, I want to tell you something about your pin pipe. Your pin pipe is a static deep water culture system. If you go online and see definitions, deep water culture system is slightly deeper than this. So this is what they call a shallow water culture, but it's literally all the same, right? So a deep water, shallow water culture system, depending on the type of nomenclature you're using, will work in this pipe. And you can expect about 80 to 90% of the growth of an NFD system. An NFD system is a system in which the water keeps on moving. That's a much better system to have, but that's a way more expensive and a way more physical, emotional, mental investment. So आप शुरू कर रहे हैं अगर fantastic system to start, because we have taught you everything about hydroponics, nutrition कैसे होती है, transplant कैसे करते हैं, कोको की soil से कैसे उगाते हैं, ये चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए, right? You can also do one more thing with your pin pipe. You can install it the way I have done under a light. Now these are grow lights. You can install a grow light, grow your succulents, grow your things underneath that. And if you can do that, it works best. So this grow light is also available in a 2-foot kind of length, but there's no difference in cost between a 2-foot and a 4-foot light. Don't ask me why. I made a video on that as well, but it's just, there's literally no cost difference. So get a 4-foot light if you can and put a pin pipe there. If you can't, get a 2-foot light and put a pin pipe underneath that. That also works just fine if you don't have any space. We've more or less gone through all the parts of a pin pipe and all the questions we normally hear about it. Guys, I'm sure I've left out something. Please feel free to write in the comments anything you need to know. We will not reply to you, but we will put it as a video, so it's easy and it's shareable. Thank you so much for taking so much time. Thank you, Belinda, for taking this video. But thank you so much, guys, for taking the time out to watch us and kind of see what we've done. We put a lot of effort, a lot of love into every product that we make. We started making these when people didn't even know herb hydroponics. We molded everything. We made dyes so that we give you superb quality. But there will be times when you cannot grow. There will be times when ugega hi nahi kuch. The science works. We just need a little more help, a little more effort in hand-holding you. Please reach out to us. We will hand-hold you. That is my promise. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the green side. Thanks a lot.